EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Indianapolis Colts. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Black shot. Come on.
Young wasting no time, right to the air. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
They'll run. This is Bashal Tootin. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Well, this defense for the Colts, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, easy. Ralph. Hey, Soko, hot. Here we go,
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Bashal Tootin, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Joey Sly on for the extra point. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars.
The score, Jaguars 7, Colts 0. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 41 yards.
I would say just add that one to the total of big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Throwing, Young. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
To the air once more, Young. And this is going to be intercepted. There's that man, Travis Hunter. And the Jags are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. You look at this Colt defense, and they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
13, Luke.
Here's Lawrence. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position.
Edo Blue.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Young to throw it. That's caught right side. It's Warren. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
1st down.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in, and it made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Taylor will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on third down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? Now the game's being played, figure it out both ways, and try and find a way to win.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. You look at this Colt defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And you see the starting unit here, but really, you're going to see a lot of different personnel, a lot of different packages as they rotate in and out throughout the game.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it to slot receivers? But the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
They'll run on first down. Woodson down to the 41. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd and 4.
On the red. Here we go.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will have a Jaguars first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call. I have a feeling Business would have said, go for it.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Hey, kill. Red on the red. Hey, Soko, it's a high. Hey, smash.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
Hey,
and they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. It's the fullback. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp?
And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 63 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point splits the uprights. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And this will be a Jaguars first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
But, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
Hey, Lion! Hey, Ginger.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Lisa 24. Hey, son. Hey, I'm gun. Take right open.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Looking long for Thomas. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brian Thomas, 64 yards. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. Slide for the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Jaguars 21, Colts 14. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it first and 10. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it. But we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Yellow, 50, green, blue, go.
Young. He's going to let it go again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Ready. Blue, blaster, stick, yellow, 43. Ready.
Now Young. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Again, it's Young. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
At the 26-yard line.
Right, what, field, cut, hut, stick, mega, red, 38, hut.
Young to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Colts at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal.
Ready?
Delivers another one to Pierce. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
Pierce. A 6-yard pickup.
Ready up.
Second and goal at the 2-yard line.
And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Young now. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Tyler Warren from a yard out. And the Colts are an extra point away from evening this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Second and 10.
Hey, here we go.
Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete. Now they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack finally a first. It's caught inside the 25. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Touchdown, Jacksonville.
A big play there. 56 yards. And the Jags will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Colts 21. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Ready.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. That's to Warren, his tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 18. And the Colts, first down.
Right.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Walsh. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. To throw, Young. That one finds Pierce right side. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
14 more yards.
14 yards that time for number 14.
First down.
Blaster. Six.
First down and goal to go.
Here we set.
It'll be Young again. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Now a timeout taken.
A big loss on the
Perhaps
play.
a chance for
It's
one
now
more
second
quick play and then
goal.
another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Here's Young from the shotgun. And this one incomplete. I couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
6, 10 black. Blue striker. Black blue. Black ultra. Drill green. Fury yellow. Ready?
Final play of the half, Young. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there as time expires in the first half. And the Colts have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Now the extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. He spins free. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Thomas goes in motion left. Here we go on 4th down. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look in each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation, and what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. 70 yards. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Well, they had gone run the previous play. Nice little setup. This time they go play action. Defense bites a bit, and they hit for a big play in the end zone.
So they sold it really well, didn't they? Because it's just what you described. They ran it the previous play, come back with the same action, and now they step back and throw it and get a big play for a touchdown. But what happens as a defensive back is your eyes have to go to the right place. You always hear Coach talk about, are your eyes in the right spot? But this time the eyes went to the play action. It froze their feet. They weren't moving, and he went on past them and caught the pass for a touchdown.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well,
Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try and move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Yellow, 22. Steel, black.
Now Young. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And Taylor going to pick up the Colts first down as he's going to get this down to the 45-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Ready, Fury. Yellow, 46. Mega. Ready.
Looking to throw, Young. He finds his man, complete. It's Santos. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Slide
First
through.
and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Set, hut. Set.
They'll throw again, Young. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Off the option, that's complete. Touchdown, Colts. Allen Pierce from 3 yards out. And the Colts are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our game here in the third. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
These are 24. Done. It's on.
Lawrence with a quick throw outside. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Lawrence will throw. For the left side, it's complete. And he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now he'll tuck this and run. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So the penalty now moves it up. It's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Lion.
Now a handoff up the middle. Woodson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? We're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
All right, let's go. Hey, Phil Carroll.
Now Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a JAX 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 25, here's 2nd and 3.
On the red. Here we go.
Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Colts 35. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up to the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
Ready.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. He's going to go up top again. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown. touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And not a whole lot doing there, so get it up to about the 28-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Go, let's go. Decent 24.
Play action. It's Lawrence. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mills used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Ready up.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On the draw is Taylor. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Ready. Claws ready. Ready.
Young working out of the gun. To the left side, he's got Warren, the tight end. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
Striker.
Gets it out quickly here to the left flat. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Alec Pierce, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead.
49. Jaguars.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. Allen again. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st down, Woodson. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Now 2nd and 4.
Hey, run! Hey, Soko, hot. Cylinder.
They'll keep it on the ground. Woodson. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now Allen. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
26-yard line. Hey, Soko, hot. Great job. Here we go.
Right back to him on 1st down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Hey, go! This is hot. It's hot.
Here's Allen. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. Carry for Allen. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Red. Turn. This is hot.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not. And he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Lawrence. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it. Go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Well, win it right now. Have the momentum. Go ahead and get it done.
A final shot now for Lawrence. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Blaster, stick, Mike, white. Set. 52, block, field, black shot, green jack. Hut.
One last shot for Young. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.